What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the Poke Office. My name is Colin. Everywhere we turn right now in the Pokemon space, there's negativity. It's rant about this, or it's there's not enough product about this, or it's people calling other people names, or it's, I don't even know, people talking about how stores are being unfair by charging more than MSRP, and then it's people talking about how they got their order canceled by a store, and I'm never buying from that store again. And all the things. We're seeing people line up for hours at Costco to get the blooming water stuff. We're seeing, I don't know if you saw the one video. I think it's at like a Walmart or a Target. The staff member's like, takes a picture. Okay, go. And the guy's like, ah! around the Elite Trainer boxes. And as much as it's funny, it's like, what is happening in this Pokemon space? And here's the cycle. This is supposed to be a positive video, actually, not a negative one. But the cycle, everything always starts at the top. If you have a bad boss who has bad policy, it means that the supervisors follow bad policy, and then it bleeds down into the employees who follow bad policy, and it creates a negative work environment. The same thing is true right now. Pokemon, whatever they're doing, if it's on purpose or if it's just they didn't print enough, I don't know. Doesn't matter, whatever you think. It starts at the top. And then the negativity and the bad decision-making and the bad actions bleeds through. It goes to the distributors, and then it goes to the store owners, and then it goes to the consumers, and there's probably lots of people in between there, and everyone, it brings out the negativity of it. That's what we're seeing. Pokemon is creating a scalper's paradise right now, where if you can go get your hands on it, you can go double your money or triple your money right now. Literally overnight, you can double and triple your money. We're seeing what that does to people. It drives a madness. It drives a hunger in people. But I want you to remember that there's tons of good people in the Pokemon space. Tons. This isn't just true in Pokemon. It's true in life. Don't let the 1% or the 5% of negative people ruin your entire experience. Because that's only 5%. 95% is really good. I don't know if you've ever worked in customer service before, but quite a few years ago now, my family and I owned a coffee shop in the town that we live in. And I remember, almost all of my recollection is the negative experiences I had. Like, that's what happens in our brains. We remember the negative experiences, not the positive experiences, which is stupid. It's stupid how that works. But I remember this one, and this one lady was ordering her tea and like just really, really got under my skin. And you know what it did? It didn't ruin her day. It ruined my day. I had, let's call it 100 good interactions with customers that day and one bad one, and boom, the day is a disaster. It's the same with Pokemon. I'm willing to assume that you've probably had great experiences buying, selling, trading with Pokemon people of all ages and all genders and whatever else. You've probably had great experiences. And then all of a sudden you have the one. And it's like, everyone's a scammer. Everyone is scalping. Everyone's a shill. It's like, that's not a thing. That's not a thing. There's a lot of people that just really, really like Pokemon, and they're trying to get a little bit of Prismatic Evolutions as well. Unfortunately, as this bleeding effect continues to happen, more and more people start to get a little bit of that hunger, and they let the money talk rather than their love of the hobby talk. And that's where it gets really unfortunate, because everyone wants a little piece of the pie. I've seen the videos out there lately that are like, I'm not investing in Pokemon Prismatic Evolution. I'm waiting. I'm not gonna deal with these scalpers. Unfortunately, like, I don't want to do that either. But I do really want to open Prismatic Evolutions, right? It's the brand new set of Pokemon. I love when a brand new set of Pokemon comes out. And if that means I got to pay a little bit extra to open it, so be it. I want to open it. Like, don't you? If you don't, that's totally fine. And I totally respect your decision, but I want to open it. And I'm willing to bet that there's a lot of other people that want to open Prismatic Evolutions too. So in order to open it, Well, either you got to go get in line and risk your life, basically, or you just got to pay a little bit extra. And it's not just the scalpers. I have one example here, and I shouldn't even talk about this too much. I won't say any names, but the distributors are for sure half the problem. We actually had Jessica from interestingthings.ca, and she actually has a physical store too in Toronto, Canada. Me and Rob had Jessica on last night, and we were talking about, like, where is the problem? And Rob had mentioned that it's a leaky distribution problem. And I think there could be a lot of truth to that. I have no proof of concept, just a thought. Distributors seem to be really, really suspect is probably a good word for it. So this week, I'm a brand new account. I've been an account holder with 2 Canadian distributors for, let's call it 3 months now. I think it happened in October of 2024. So I get a call from one, and the guy's like, so my boss just got back from an extended vacation, and he's not very happy with us for opening a bunch of new accounts, especially accounts like yours, because you're not a bricks and mortar store. And he says that we're not going to be supporting Pokemon-only online stores anymore. And I was like, okay. Well, what do you want me to say to that? He's like, so we're not going to close your account, but we need you to branch out and buy more things. You could buy some Funko Pops, or you could buy some supplies, or you could branch out into sports cards. And I was like, that's kind of scummy. And he's like, it's not that scummy. And I was like, nah, it's really scummy. Right? Like, why? Why can't I just buy a little bit? Like, if you want to close my account, I guess go for it. Another distributor, and this is from the guy I buy from, and so we have a really good relationship. I buy lots from him. We help each other out and kind of just continuing to grow that relationship. All right, here it is. It's hpwcards.com. They have all sorts of stuff: Pokemon, Japanese Pokemon, One Piece, sports cards, graded cards, singles, all the stuff. They ship to Canada, the United States. They're great people to deal with. It's one of my main suppliers for my channel as well. So they're pretty awesome. And I just got a promo code, so you can get 5% off your first order with the promo code ThePokeyOffice. All one word, all caps. Go check it out. HPW Cards. Great, great people. Anyways, so this guy is messaging me, and we're talking back and forth, and I'm telling him about, like, how the distributors are a little bit scummy. And he sends me a picture of an email he got from one of his distributors. And he's a big account, not a small account. And this is literally yesterday on the day I'm recording this. So the day Prismatic Evolutions comes out. And it says, hey, we got some more Prismatic Evolutions Elite Trainer boxes. They're 160 Canadian dollars per box. And we got 5 cases for you. We can ship out today if you want. It's like, what? What? Like, why are distribution companies holding product like that when it's literally release day? Like, this is what I'm talking about. The problem starts at the top, and it just starts bleeding its way down. Distribution companies just should not be holding extra product to sell at a premium. The Pokemon, from my understanding, and I could be wrong, maybe this is my rant, isn't Pokemon trusting the distribution companies to distribute their product so that it's available to their customers? Like, in some sense, remember when Mimic Brew was talking about all of the vending machines that are being put up across the United States? Like, why should Pokemon trust distribution companies when all they do is scalp the product themselves? Like, HPW Cards is not a scalping company. That's not what happens. There's good people in the hobby that are being put into a really tough spot, which is kind of the point of the entire video. There's good people in this hobby all over the place that are being put into a really tough spot. One more example, Jessica on the stream last night with Rob. She's like, I phoned around to different stores around me, and I'm like, I don't know how much to price my Prismatic Evolutions stuff at. Number one, do I price it at MSRP and make no money because I have barely any stock? Number two, do I price it really high and make some money but maybe get some customers that are really upset about it? Number 3, do I just like make a medium amount of money? She said she got 46 Elite Trainer boxes, I think. Something like that. It's very close. So I did a little bit of math. Wholesale prices on Elite Trainer boxes, like just for easy math's sake, are $50 wholesale Canadian. And so let's say she got 50 Elite Trainer boxes, $50 wholesale. 50 times 50 is $2,500 Canadian that she spent. So let's pretend that she goes around and flips those for 3 times profit. She just made $7,500. She spent $2,500, so she made $5,000 profit. That, I bet, is not enough to pay her bills every month for where she's at. Now, she has other stuff that she sells. I get it. But stores are being put in a really tough position. $5,000 is not enough to keep the lights on every month. And then where's the restock? She can only do that once. There's nothing left. Like, it's just insane. It makes good people in the hobby be in a really, really tough spot. But I just want you to remember that there's really good people in this hobby. I've met great people in this hobby. One of them, not one of them, in the Discord of the Poke Office is just a ton of great people. We have real conversations. It's like friends are in there. It's not just acquaintances. Oh, we all love Pokemon, so we'll talk about the Pokemon market. No, we're talking about life. You meet great people in this hobby, and that is really, really special. So don't let all that negativity bleed down. I recognize that the negativity gets the clicks. I don't know if you've seen on YouTube lately, but all the negativity, my goodness, the views are through the roof. But there's good stuff happening in the Pokemon hobby too. If you need to sit Prismatic Evolutions out, sit it out. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But don't just go complaining about every single person. Here's the kind of end tidbit, and this is the real piece of life advice from Colin. I have this thing what I do in my classroom, and I call it life lessons with Colin. And the kids are all like, oh my goodness, here he goes again. But the buck stops with you. This is the best piece of life advice I could ever give you, actually. The buck stops with you. You can blame anyone and everyone you want to, but you're responsible for your own actions. I'm not saying that the world is just. I'm not saying that the world is fair. I'm not saying that there's not bad people out there. There is. All of those things are true. But the buck stops with you. Take responsibility for your life. Take responsibility for your actions. If that means you got to sit Prismatic Evolutions out, then sit it out. If it means that you're just going to bite your tongue or maybe even complain a little bit, but still buy some Prismatic because you want to open it, perfect. But it's your decision. No one else's. No one else's. Take responsibility for your actions, and your life is going to go in a very good direction. That's all I got. Life Lessons with Colin is complete. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment. Appreciate you all for watching and all the support. See you next time. Peace!